ratchet. Niggas want me to attack it.
Hi you guys. You guys have read the title. I'm going to be discussing my carpal tunnel, I can never say that right, surgery that I had a year ago. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a backstory. In like 2021, I started experiencing pain in my hand, in my right hand, and it would range from my right hand to my elbow up to my shoulder. So I'm the type of person that if I have an issue or something going on with my body, I don't care what it is. It could be a scratch, it could be a bump, it could be something that's there for too long. Tops, I'm gonna give it 3 days. If it's a scar or something, maybe a week. But like pain, and if it's like a ongoing, maybe 3 to 4 days. So in like 2021, I would experience like waking up in the middle of the night, like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and I would have this really excruciating pain, like literally to where it woke me up. And it was like in my hand and up to my elbow at the time, and I'm like, what the heck is that? Freaking out, shaking my hand, whatever. And that went on for days. And then, so after that, I'm like, okay, enough is enough. I made an appointment with my doctor, and they sent me a referral, which that took about a week. But first, let me go back. What she did first was like asking me everything, what was going on or whatever, and I'm telling her what was happening. And so they sent me to, first they gave you pain medication. Always gonna give you some medication. So they gave me pain medication and all of those different things. And when that didn't work, they sent me to get something called EMG. I'm gonna insert that at the top somewhere so you guys can know what that is. And it's basically a test that they kind of zap you on your hand, in between your hand, to see how your nerves are, how bad or how severe the nerves in your hand is going. So I did that, and then so after that, it's hot. So after that, it went on for a couple of weeks. They put me in a hand brace. That's what they did. They put me in a hand brace. It's like this little soft little hand wrist thing to try to keep my hand from bending. So when I go to sleep, they're trying to figure out why I was having it, because sometimes certain jobs that you will have that. So they ended up putting me in the hand brace to see if that would help, because she was saying maybe it's because, you know, when you sleep like this or something with your hands folded underneath, or it could just be from your job or whatever. But okay, so that went on for a little while. So I tried the hand brace for maybe almost a year, and pain medication. So once that did not help, here we are in 2022, and I'm like, you know what? Enough is enough. I can't deal with it anymore. I'm gonna go and back and see the doctor. So I went back to see the doctor, and they already, after I took the EMG test, they already said that I had, it was severe in the right hand and mild in the left hand. So once that happened, I had to get another referral. Once I got the referral, I ended up, once I got the referral, ended up seeing another surgeon, a hand surgeon or whatever. And he was like, well, look, we can do one or two things. You can either have the surgery or wait it out. I had already waited it out over a year. So once over the year had happened, I kind of was like, okay, enough is enough. I need to do something about it, because it was just like way too much going on with this hand. The pain, when I say the pain, would range from my palm of my hand up to my elbow to my shoulder up here. So I would like have like numbing in the hand, tingling in the hand, and it was like so bad to where I couldn't even hold a remote or a cup of coffee or my spoon. Like my hand would literally go numb like a rock and with pain. So I'm like, oh my God. So when that happens, I'm like shaking. I'm just walking around the house shaking, or at work or wherever I'm at, I'm just shaking my hand trying to get that numbingness to stop. And it will stop, like after a little bit, it'll stop and go away or whatever. But that went on for a while. So after that was in 2021. So I dealt with that 2021, 2022, 2023. It was just kind of like on and off. And then when 2023 hit, it started to be like really, really severe. Like I was trying to wait it out because I'm like, I do not want to have surgery. I'm just one of those type of people, if I can go without surgery, I don't want to keep getting cut on and all that. So then you have to be off of work. I think I was off of work for 6 weeks when I ended up having the surgery. But anyway, so yeah, I was trying to wait it out, but it got to the point where I couldn't wait it out. So we ended up setting a date to have surgery, which was last year, in 2024. So I had the surgery last year. This time last year, I believe it was May the 1st. So yeah, I had the surgery, and I'm gonna insert what that was. You know, the pictures of how my progression over from the day that I had surgery to what it looked like and what I felt like at 2 weeks and 3 to 4 weeks and etc. So once I had the surgery, it's just kind of like, I don't even know really what happened. They put me to sleep, I was asleep, and when I woke up, my hand, my whole arm just felt like it was limp, like it wasn't even attached to my body. It just was kind of heavy and just dangling and swinging, and it had my arm in like a sling, and I had to wear that sling. When I say the pain every time I would sit up and move, and my guy kept giving me pain medication on a regular. Like he kept making sure he set his alarm to make sure that I get that pain medication. And it was like he made sure that he doubled it so that I wouldn't have to experience the pain, and that was so sweet. But yeah, so I had pain medication or whatever, and with the, you know, to help with the pain or whatever, and antibiotics so that I won't get an infection or whatever. So after that went on, yeah, I think like at a week and a half, between a week and a half, I had to return. I had stitches, so they ended up, I'm gonna insert what that looks like. So if you're a little grossed out, yeah, skip past this part. But it's just, you know, you'll see my hand and some stitches or whatever. And then you'll see how slowly it started to improve, slowly it started to heal, and I ended up buying some Moderna scar ointment so that it can heal faster, and I just was applying that on there, and yeah, that it started to heal real quick with the Moderna, and I was putting cocoa butter on it as well, and yeah, so after that it started to heal slowly, and it started to peel. To me, it started to heal, and then it looked better in 2 weeks, but then it started to look bad after the 2 weeks because the skin around it started to break and it started to open up. And they had put this little piece of sealing tape on there because once they took the stitches out, it kind of like broke open, if that makes sense. So it kind of broke open, and then I'm like, okay, it was looking like it wasn't healing at first, and I'm like, once I went back to see the doctor, it's like, no, it's actually healing. That's what it's supposed to do. So it kind of broke open, and then the skin around it started to peel and kind of like fall off. So yeah, it started to heal. But that's my little story about me having to have carpal tunnel surgery. That's what I opted out for because I ended up getting tired of dealing with the pain of waking up with my arm, my elbow, my shoulder hurting, and not being able to just eat and just do the normal things that I would normally do day to day. But while I was healing, it was hard I could not use my hand. I could not use my right hand to do much of anything after I had the surgery. Like, my guy kind of made like meals that I can, quick meals that I can get to, that I can eat. I would eat with my left hand, or kind of just like drink smoothies and things like that. And when he was at work, the pill bottles and all of that, he would just leave them unopened. That way I could just, you know, get my medication and stuff on my own while he was at work. And as far as bathing, I couldn't wet the arm, I think, for a couple of days, but I would get in the shower and wrap my arm with like a plastic, like some kind of plastic bag or whatever you can to keep the water from touching the incision. So I did that for a couple of days, and after that, yeah, it was okay. My healing process went really fast. Like I said, I was off of work for, I think, like 6 to 8 weeks, something like that. Because of course I use my hand, so I work with my hands, so I needed it to be fully healed, and I do a lot with my hands when I'm at work. So so it's shorter for some people, the healing time that you have to be off work. But for me, it just took that length of time because of, like I said, of what I do at work. So yeah, so that's my story of me having to have carpal tunnel surgery. And yeah, now for the final reveal, it has been a full year of me having a carpal tunnel surgery. So I'm gonna show you what my hand looks like. You guys ready? Let's go. This is what my hand looks like. You can't even really see that I have a scar, anything. I can open, I can close it. I can do everything with my hand. I haven't had any type of pain. Nothing's going on with the hand. But yeah, guys, that's my story about carpal tunnel and my surgery. So now that that's over, if you guys are experiencing the same thing that I went through, if you're having like pain in your hand, some numbing, or tingling in the hand, I mean, for everybody, everything is a little different. It doesn't mean that you have carpal tunnel. So just, you know, see your doctor, make an appointment, see your doctor, whatever, and go from there. Until next time, guys, take care of yourselves. Bye.